Hi everyone, it's Jill Lancet and I'm here for your Thursday night free card making tutorial, but I have so many things to talk about tonight. Yeah, some new things are happening within Stampin' Up. I'm just going to skim over them, and I want you to encourage you to either email me, go to my online store if you want further information. If you have a demonstrator, if you're in the US or another country, seek out your demonstrator and ask them for all the details. Okay, first of all, the new catalogue. I can actually show you inside. Now, I want to show you inside. I have been busting to show you inside, but I'm not going to go through the whole catalogue. No. I just want to show you some beautiful additives that they've put into this catalogue that are going to be fantastic tools for you in your card making, okay? So the first thing I want to show you is on a page 22 of the new annual catalogue. Look at that. They have given us, I just want to make sure you're in view. Yep, you're in view. Some card sketches. Now you will see these throughout the catalogue if you want an example of them. Now right here, across here, is some examples of these card sketches. So you will see this one here is this one here, okay? Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's that one there. Yeah, I'm still getting the hang of this. So, but you will see some that have the card sketch. It's got a little symbol. And let me see if I can find one. Gosh, should have done this first, shouldn't I, hey? Should have done this first. Oh, there's one right there. See that little symbol there? That indicates the card sketch that they've used, and you can go back to page 22 and check that card sketch out. Okay. Now the second thing, look, the catalogues are absolutely brilliant tools. You can download this and keep this on your desktop and just click on that and scroll through the pages. If you need a copy, you can contact your demonstrator or me, and I'm happy to send you out one. But, you know, let's save a tree. Let's download that, keep that on our desktop, and you can have a look at it through there. They've also given us a colour wheel. Now, if you're not certain what a colour wheel is, this is a very useful tool when you are designing. If you are stuck, if you're not sure what colours go with what colours, okay? So this colour wheel has all of the colours of Stampin' Up's range, and there's a lot. This catalogue also includes the Petunia Pop, the new in colours, the Petunia Pop, the Pretty in Pink, those new in colours that we've been talking about. Now that in and of itself is a lovely looking thing, but there is a trick to using a colour wheel. So monochromatic, there's this little guide here, monochromatic, complementary, analogous, and triadic. Now, these show you what they are on the colour wheel. So in a monochromatic card, you want to use one colour or a couple of shades of either side, okay? So they've given examples here, Petal Pink, and Calypso Coral, okay? Lemon Lime Twist and Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather, and Gorgeous Grape. So once you know what a monochromatic card is, you'll be able to replicate it. A complementary colour scheme. Let me just move my cup of tea before I knock it over. Let's put it over here, guys. Complementary are colours that are opposite one another on the colour wheel. Okay, so generally speaking, you would use one colour more than the other. You would kind of like have more of one colour. Here they've used the green as the pop of the complementary colour, and the rest of it is pretty much in the I'd say it's Berry Burst, but they've used Cajun Craze and Coastal Cabana. Now Cajun Craze, they're usually opposite one another on the colour wheel. So here's Cajun Craze. Let's go across to Coastal Cabana. It's opposite here. So you can use any of those that are opposite. An analogous colour scheme is 3 colours that are generally next to one another. So they've used Real Red, Calypso Coral and Petunia Pop. So we've got Real Red, what did they say? Real Red, well, they're not even close. I would use anything that was in there. I would use that, okay? You could go in this section here. These sections here are all analogous, and I'm not sure what that means, but these are neighbouring colours that work well with one another. Then you have triadic colours, and these are opposite in thirds. So your primary colours like red, blue and yellow, they're your primary colours. They are that would be a triadic colour scheme. Sorry, I haven't been well the last couple of days, so if I'm a bit you'll know why, okay? So yeah, so you could choose a red orange, you could go for a blue violet, and then you could go for a yellow green. That would be a triadic one. They've chosen Summer Splash, I don't even know where it is, Summer Splash, Peach Pie and Berry Burst. So once you know how a colour wheel works, you can then decide whether you want to stay in a monochromatic colour scheme, go for a complementary colour scheme, which is usually quite bright, analogous, which is quite harmonious because all of the colours that are next to one another will quite happily blend together, or a triadic, which is also quite a bright one because those colours are going to be sort of opposite one another. Now, if you want to know anything else about colour wheel, I mean, of course, you can just go to Mr. Google. He'll help you out. But I'm quite happy to talk to you if you want to know more about that. But I think this is a great little tool, and it's in our catalogue. This and the card sketches are going to help you enormously because, say, for argument's sake, you decide that you really, really like a card and you don't have those colours. You can choose, using the colour wheel, colours that would be complementary or more monochromatic. These, I would say, were probably complementary. But once you understand the theory behind colour theory, you would be able to use this to your advantage. So that's all I want to say about that. Okay, now that in itself, they are the really, really good things to have in your catalogue. You don't have to go and look for them elsewhere. They're already in the catalogue. So yeah, that's brilliant, and it's on the digital version as well. So you can go and have a look at it there. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is the new fantastic joining offer. My gosh, I've had to write this down and work this out to get my own head around it. So normally when you, if you're a Stampin' Up customer and you would spend $169, trust me, that's quite easy to do. I have to work to a budget because I could quite easily go overboard. Well, why not join? Joining is $169, but you can choose. You choose up to $235 worth of goods for your $169. Now that is the normal joining offer. Okay, you go through the catalogue or the clearance sale, choose items up to $235, and then you go to the website. If you're in Australia or if you don't have a demonstrator already, you can go through my joining feature on my store. If you already have your a demonstrator, yep, by all means, go through them. But this month, from the 1st to the 31st of May, Stampin' Up have upped the ante. So instead of just getting up to $235, you're actually going to be, in total, getting $379 worth of stuff. And I can hear you going, wait, what? Yeah, that's right. Because the starter kit special at the moment is this fantastic special here. It is worth $144 Australian dollars. Now I'm speaking in Australian dollars, okay? You join for $169. You go through and you choose your $235 worth of items. You can't go over $235. Get as close as you can, and then you will get this automatically if you are joining between the 1st and the 31st of May. Now, you also get free shipping on that. Wow, because these starter kits, like that's $235 or $379 worth of products, and shipping goes by weight. You also get a box of catalogues, free catalogues that you can share amongst family and friends. So this is a really good deal. Stampin' Up generally try and throw one of these in each year. Sometimes it's with celebration or whatever. But this one, don't miss this one, because this one you will get 5 full-sized in-colour ink pads. You will get the assortment pack, the A4 assortment pack with all of the new in colours. You will get the beautiful designer series paper in the in colours, and you will get the set of 5 mark and, what are they called? Stampin' Write markers. Now these are the water-based ones, but you can ink up a stamp with this. You can do all sorts of things. They're really handy to have. So all of these products will be added to your starter kit when you pay your $169. You choose your $235 worth of items that you want, and then place your complete your joining registration, and you will get that plus a box of catalogues, plus whatever goods you choose, plus free shipping. It's pretty much a no-brainer. Now, once you've joined, you're thinking, wait a minute, what am I going to do after I join? Nothing. If you don't want to, don't do anything. You're not obligated to place any minimum orders. You're not obligated to place another order if you don't want to. You don't have to run classes. You don't have to sell products. You do not have to make videos. You do not have to do anything. If you want to just take advantage of this, you just take advantage of it and then do nothing. After 4 months, you will drop from demonstrator status back to customer status. There's no penalties. There's no fees for dropping out. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So it's a really good deal. Of course, if you place any orders between joining and your 4-month cutoff point, you will enjoy a 20% discount on future items. So it's a great way to get a good step up on having all of these products. These products will get you there. These products will get you there. A simple stamp set will help you cross the line, but you can add that into your starter kit. You choose what you want. So yeah, if you want to hear any more about that, please let me know, and I will be happy to help you. Now, that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about regarding that. But I do have, they have added another shop by feature to the website. Now, I'm just going to go into this iPad here. Just bear with me. And I want to show you, I hope you can see this. I hope this is not too glary. Let me just stand up. I don't know how this is going to come out. But anyway, when you go into Stampin' Up, bear with me. Right, so when you go into now this is on an iPad, okay? So this is the opening page. Now, you can click on this little box here and you can find a demonstrator. That's how you find your initial demonstrator, either by area or by name, if you know their name. But they have these little drop boxes. Shop products gives you the whole catalogue, whole items of products, okay? So you can go straight to there, or you can go to this shop by. Now, this is the new feature, shop by. And you can go shop all, or you can go ways to craft, by colour, or getting started. So it guides you through as you'd like to go through, and you can, it's just another option to help you navigate the website. And I don't know what's happening here. There we go. So it's starting off with stamps, inks and paper. These look like their collections and things like that. So do have a bit of a look around that website. And if you've got any questions, let me know. I may or may not be able to answer them because you know I'm a troglodyte. But anyway, I'll do my best to help you all. Right, that's it. That's it. Okay, that's the selling part. If you weren't interested, you know, fast forward. But now I'm going to make a card that I have selected straight out of the catalogue. Now, sometimes it's a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes you're not quite sure what the products are. Sometimes you put your own spin on it, and that's perfectly fine. So the product suite that I'm using is this one here, and it's a big suite. It's called Unbounded Beauty, and there is one number for the whole collection, or you can purchase the individual items. But this one collection has 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets. You get the beautiful glimmer paper, you get the beautiful epoxy, what do they call them, resin dots, and you get this beautiful designer series paper. Now, look at those. Multitude of frames for you to use. Now, I'm going to make this card here. I went through this. We made something similar to this in my classes last month, but I'm going to go with this one today. And I just want to show you how easy it is to replicate the items in the catalogue. I don't have the card yet. I haven't made it. We're going to make it together. But I have done a lot of the preliminary work, so you're not sitting here bored out of your gourd, okay? So here are the 2 stamp sets. I'm going to close that for the minute. I'm going to pop it over there. These are the 2 sets that come in with the kit, and they both have die sets that go with them. This is the one that has all the beautiful frames, and you can see I've been using them. And this beautiful one here has just flowers, and it has beautiful dies with it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start making this card. As I said, I haven't made it before, so yeah. These are the 2 designer series papers that I'm going to be using. Now, this beautiful one here and this one here. And we're doing some fussy cutting. Now, I've half fussy cut it out because, again, I don't think you really want to sit here watching me for half an hour fussy cutting things out. But I have everything ready to go. Now, you can use different stamp sets, different dies, different designer series paper. Okay, if you don't have those items that are shown in the catalogue. Use what you've got. Use what you've got. Okay, so here is our gorgeous bits and pieces. And I've got them here in a box. You know my love of boxes. So we've got a card base. Now, where are my templates? Now, these are free. Email me here if you would like a copy of these 2 templates. They come on the one page. The idea is that you print both of them out. And then if you're watching an Aussie demonstrator and they're giving you these sizes here will correlate to a mat or close enough to. You can then go to your US letter size and look what size your mat 2 is, okay? But there is a video in my library showing you how to use these. Maybe it'd be a good idea if you have a look. I actually cut them out. I've marked the sizes and which mat it is because I work very visually. So yeah, we've got those. So I'm using just our normal card base. Whatever your country card base is, I want you to use that, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that. I'm going to use a bone folder and fold that. So in Australia, it is half A4. The long side is 14.885, is it? And this is 10.5. Yeah, 14.85 and 10.5. Now, if you're in the US, your basic card size is 5.5 by 4.25. Okay. Now, I had to look at my template. That's how useful they are. That's how useful they are. Okay, so what the next thing I did was, and I tweaked this. Okay, I tweaked it. I've used matte 2, and it's just a piece of basic white. So it's matte 2. So whatever your matte 2 size is, according to your template, that's matte 2. Now I have embossed this with the beautiful timber embossing folder. Let's get the glary thing out of the way. Look at that. Look at the texture on that. It's so lovely. Now, it didn't look like it was embossed in the catalogue, but, you know, I'm tweaking it, okay? So that's going to go on our card base there. So there's a pretty, about 1/2 centimetre border. And I've got all the bits and pieces here. Now, I'm changing it up a bit. As I said, I'm changing it up a bit. I do not have my in-colour ink pads yet. They're on their way, hopefully. But I have found that shaded spruce is a good match. I've got the beautiful 2024-26 in-colour resin dots. That's what's shown in the catalogue. I've got all the stamps, all the bits and pieces. Now, this was an example to show you that you could use whatever paper you have. Now, I have got some of the Bright and Beautiful paper. This piece is 10 centimetres by 2.5 or 4 inches by 1 inch. Now, I will decide when I get there which one I'm going to use. So when I say, what have I done with them? They're just there, okay? Now, we've got some die cutting to do. We've got a bit of stamping to do. So, yeah, we'll get going. We'll get cracking with all of that. So I do need a scrap of the basic white to do some stamping on. And I'm going to use these gorgeous flowers. Now, they're meant to be a fill-in for this stamp, so it's like a 2 or 3 step stamp, but not in the catalogue. It just looks like they've used those and then used those on top of them. So those 2 I'm using, and I'm using them in Berry Burst. Now, they've used them in, I think they've used them in Summer Splash, but you know, it's different. So the first thing I want to do is and you might think they look a bit cloudy. Well, when you get your new photopolymer stamps, sometimes the ink will not adhere. It's got a coating on it. This is what I do sometimes. I clean it. just this part of your thumb is just enough to clean it. Now, with this stamp here, which is the larger of the two flowers, I'm going to stamp it off because I don't want this full strength, okay? So I'm just going to stamp it off. I'm just going to have a practice go. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to stamp it off once and then stamp it onto here. Don't know where my stamp and pierce mat is, but this bit will do. So stamping it off once and then stamping it. And then I'm going to take, just give that a clean. Where is my chamois? Here it is. Just going to clean that off. Now look, some of the inks will stain your stamps. It does not affect their usage at all. In fact, sometimes it's really good because then you can see where you go and put it. That's my opinion, okay? Now, the second one, we are going to do full strength. Now, I'm going to give this a bit of a practice go too. I want to see where it's going to go. So it's going to go inside the other one. So full strength, I want to see how it looks. Beautiful. That looks really lovely. So there's a couple of bigger flowers at the bottom, you'll see. A couple of bigger flowers at the bottom and this small trio at the top here. So that's what we want to aim for. Now, I hope my head doesn't get in the way. But look, you can see through these stamps. So just go as best you can. I think that looks okay from my angle. And if it's not, don't worry. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Let's do it again. We'll do it on the back. Let's do it again. Warts and all, folks. Warts and all. I want to do it again in the direction that I just did it in. So I'm going to stamp it off and ink it down. Right, let's have another go. So this is the larger of the two. Might have to actually get my head in the way this time. That looks a bit better. Fingers crossed. Oh, that looks much better. Okay, so we've got this two-tone effect happening. So let's just close that before I get that everywhere. Okay, now there is a little die that cuts these out. And the other stamping I'm going to do, oh, hang on. The other stamping I'm going to do is with our little label. So I'm going to find the stamp, which is this stamp here, and I'm going to stamp this towards the bottom, but I want to move my die first because actually I might stamp it after I cut it. Now I've also got to stamp, because I want to fussy cut the word faith out, so I will stamp that full strength with the berry burst. And yeah, there's a bit of fussy cutting here, so yeah, you're getting the whole gambit. Let's have a look. Lovely. Isn't that lovely? Make sure I'm not about to stamp that on the bit that I need. Beautiful. Okay, so they're done. Give them a clean, give that one a clean, give that one a clean, and this one a clean. Right, now they're done, okay? So I can pop those over there. Now we are going to do some other stamping and we are going to do some die cutting. So what I want to do here is I'm just going to fussy cut this bit. So I'll put that over here. I'm going to die cut this piece. I'm going to die cut that. Now, this is the trick, okay? You need to find where they are. Oh, that was easy. It wasn't that much of a trick, was it? Yeah, made that sound a little bit more dramatic than it was. But anyway, just a bit of washi tape. Washi tape, line that up. Now, I think I've got that where I want it. Okay, now I'm going to bring down my little mini die cut and emboss machine that I call Bertha. We need to cut that out. We need to cut that and that. Maybe another one of those. Now I'm following what is in the catalogue, okay? So this is definitely not my design. So we'll just pop that out of the way for a minute. Now I have a few things here. So I'm going to set this up. And I'm just going to do all the die cutting at once. So I have the beautiful Shy Shamrock. I think they might have used Summer Splash, but I'm a green girl. So I'm going to pop that on there. You'll see how that's going to turn out in a minute. I have my beautiful label that I want to cut out. I have one leaf that I want to cut out, and you'll see these as I cut them out, okay? So I'll put those three in and I'll run that through. There we go. And we'll just see how gorgeous they come out. Look at that beautiful label. Beautiful, beautiful label. So we'll pop that there. I have the leaf here. Now that's stuck to my plate. I have the beautiful, beautiful, oh my gosh, look at that. In the gorgeous, gorgeous Shy Shamrock glimmer paper. Yep, we'll deal with that in a minute. I want to go back and do another one of these little leaves. So we'll just pop that over there. I've got another scrap for that. Here it is right here. Now, when you get these bits stuck on here, this is what I do, okay? It's like you can stand there for 10 minutes or you can go like this and just scrape them straight into the bin. That's what I do. I'm impatient. I think we've already established that. Right, so I want to cut another one of these little leaves out. What did I just do with that? Oh my gosh. How can I lose it? I've lost it. Oh, here it is. Stop looking. I found it. I found it. So now it doesn't matter if it's not totally in your scrap. Like, because we're only going to be using part of it. And I think they only used one, but I'm cutting out two for good measure. Okay, so there's our two little die cuts that we want. I'm going to run those through. And see how they turn out. Okay, now this can go away. This lives up on a little shelf. It's so small. Look at these beautiful little die cuts. They've cut all the beautiful flowers out. So cute. Beautiful. Look at them. And we've got our second leaf. So that can go up there as well. Let's pop all of these dies back in the box. Right, so we've got all of our die cutting done. That was very quick. Oops, can't pick it up. Let's pop that out of the way. Now, we have all these bits and pieces. Okay, let's pop them over there. And I'm going to do some fussy cutting. Oh, we've got to do some stamping on this. That's right, we've got to do some stamping on this. And I want to stamp this greeting here. And I'm going to do that in the Berry Burst again. Hang on. I just need a mouthful. Okay, that's a bit better. So I'm just going to have a practice go. Make sure this is great. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look what I've got on my little... So I'm going to do this across, kind of across the bottom, and I'm lining it up with the edge here. Now, I read somewhere that if you put your stamps on your block diagonally, you stop seeing the edges of the block and you concentrate on the actual stamp. Now, I don't know how that works or if it works, but yeah, I quite often use it, so there we go. Fingers crossed, all of that. Lovely, look at that. Let's get that out of the way. And I think we're pretty ready now. Oh, I want to fussy cut this. Hang on, where are my snips? Oh, here they are. Stop looking, I found them. So I'm going to fussy cut this out. Now, this is another trick you can do, especially if there isn't a die that cuts that out. You can just fussy cut this out. So we're just going to actually leave a little border around. Now, sometimes it will bend your paper, your cardstock, and make it look a little bit untidy, but I always give it a rub over with my bone folder, and that seems to settle that down. Now look, you don't have to be absolutely precise with this, to be honest. So all you need to do is practice. So you don't turn your scissors as much as you would think, rather you turn the paper. Okay, so yeah, and you turn it while you're actually cutting. So while I'm turning that, I'm actually cutting that. It's getting a bit unwieldy, so I'm going to chop that bit off. So we're nearly there. Look, it only takes a couple of seconds, and the impact for the card is quite good. Right, so that's done. Now this is what I do. I just lay that down from the back and give it a good rub with my bone folder, and sometimes I will do it from the front as well. So that's done. Now, where is my little piece of fussy? Ah, here we go. So I've partially fussy cut this out because, you know, it's pretty boring watching somebody fussy cut. But this card is now coming together, and the one thing I have omitted to do, because I chose to emboss the background, I forgot to stamp it first, but it won't really matter. So it matters not. We don't call them mistakes. We call them just a bit of a design change. So, yeah. So fussy cutting actually, you know, I used to dread having to fussy cut. It seemed like a chore to me, but I'm actually quite getting into it, to be honest. Now, there's our fussy cutting done. Now, we have all of the components of this card. There is no ribbon on this card or twine or anything. Now, I should have stamped this stamp on before I embossed it, but I forgot. So we're dispensing with that step, all right? So now what I can do is I can actually start putting this together. Now, whether I use the original from the card in the catalogue or whether I use my alternative piece, well, you've seen what it looks like in the catalogue, so we will use the alternative piece. So I'm just going to cut this at an angle. Now you can do that on your paper trimmer, on your little guillotine, or using your scissors. That's going to go there. I just want to pop all of these little bits and pieces out. So, yep, they're easy to pop out. So, just bear with me. Bit tricky to see, but once you see them, you can pop them out quite easily. And it just adds that little bit of sparkle and interest to your card. We've got several different layers happening here, and there's several different items. We've got designer series paper, we've got glimmer paper, we've got plain cardstock. We've also got some embossing, which was my choice, and something you may or may not even know about I'm going to add to this card. I think that's all of them. That's all of them. I'll just poke these out and we're ready. We may only use one. We might use both of those. So now that's done. Okay, all of our little bits and pieces here. Now I'm going to bring the catalogue back and we're going to have a look at the placement of all of these items. Okay, so we've got some rubbish there. So this is the card we're going to make, this card here. This card here. So we're going to build this up now. So we want to put this across about a third of the way. I probably should have made that a little bit wider. Doesn't matter. I'm going to put it even with this side so that it hangs over that side. I'm just going to glue that with liquid glue. Now, you don't need a lot, just a little. Just pop that on there like that. And as I said, this doesn't have to be exactly the same as the catalogue. You can change it up. So we want this piece. Now this is normally where the stamping, the extra stamping would be, but my bad, I forgot. So we just need a couple of little bits of glue in certain areas on the back of this die cut. Now I generally try to look for a solider area, like a more solid area. And that's going to go here like this. Basically like put and look. Put and look. So I just want that like that. I'm just going to drop that on there. Now the next thing I think is this. Now this is the secret ingredient. Now I bought these at my local craft store and they are stamens. Stamens. They came in a big bundle like this for just a few dollars and you're thinking, what the heck? Well, I have planned to use some on another card and I've coloured them black. So you can obviously colour them any colour you like, but I'm going to leave them white in this instance. So the next thing that goes on is this, our die cut. Now how have they got that going? They've got it going like that. So we can pop that on there like that. Now it's at this point I think that I'd like to add, oh no, I'll add those last. So we'll pop up our faith. We'll pop this up on some dimensionals and we'll get this card happening. As I said, I have not been very well for the last couple of days. Just in case you don't know, I actually have celiac disease and it can actually be quite debilitating if I get glutened, which is what us glutards call it. Getting glutened is accidentally eating something that has wheat, barley, rye, or oats in Australia. And yep, very, very debilitating. So I'm going to pop this up on there like that. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? That's going to go on the top at the end, okay? So now what it looks like they've done is they've put their piece down here like that. I think they've just glued it straight on. They've got a couple of these little leaves poking out. I thought I might actually have another one maybe poking out somewhere else like that. We want to put some of these gorgeous flowers around. So they've just placed them around. And I want to put these stamens. So I might actually put these behind some of these so that when I place them, there will be these. So obviously they're two-ended, like they're double-ended. So I'm just going to cut them in half and pop them down wherever I feel the need. So, okay. And look, I got hundreds in that little pack. So they're going to go into my little busy box. And yeah, I think you'll see more of those. So let's glue that down. And I'm just going to put a bit of glue in the middle because I'm going to be poking things in underneath it. So we'll have that going like that. Hop out of there, you. So that's going there like that. We'll have I'll put this on here now, and I do believe that is popped up as well. And I've got some big ones here. I raided my card class kit to get these out. Yeah, so being a celiac is like, you know, like obviously I have to eat out occasionally. Everything in my house is gluten-free, but you know, when you have to eat out, you have to take the word of the people preparing the food. And I must say, in most cases, it's, you know, it's not a problem, but when it's a problem, it's a problem. So I'm going to pop that there like that because I want to then tuck things around underneath it. So this little flower, he can go, that little leaf, he can go in under there somewhere. We'll just pop him in a little tiny bit of glue. So we'll pop that one there. We've got these gorgeous little flowers. Look, we may not use all of them, but you know, they're there if we want them. So let's get them organised. Right. So I think it does need another little one of these somewhere. So we'll just pop him in. And I'm quite looking forward to seeing how these little, what would you call them? Little stamen things, I don't know. These little things. I think I'll put the flowers around first. So we'll have some flowers going up there like that. We might pop those up on a couple of minis. And I'll pop the stamens underneath them so that secures them. I might even put a glue dot. Let's put a glue dot somewhere in the middle there. Probably stick to myself now. Let me just, you can do this with glue dots too, you know, if they're a bit too big, you can just grab them with your take your pick and make them smaller. So I've just effectively screwed that up a little bit. And now I'm going to put one or more of these stamens coming out of these. Put them at different heights. Let's try that. Let's try this one. Have this one coming across like that. And I'm just basically pressing them into the glue dot. Pressing it into the glue dot. And the glue dot will hold that now. So I'm going to pop that just underneath there like that. It's going to hold all of those bits and pieces in. I think I'll pop another one on the back of this one. One there. One there. We only need two. We'll pop a glue dot in the middle again. I'm just picking it up and just sort of like scrambling it around. And that's going to go in the middle. That's going to hold, oh, if I can get it in the middle. That's going to hold our little stamens. Take these off for readiness. And pop a couple of these. I think they go that way. I think they must go from small at the top to larger at the bottom. That one in there. We'll pop another one next to it, a different height. Okay, I'm really liking this. Really liking this now. So we'll pop those over here. Oh, they should have gone the other way. Now that I'm looking at it. Should have gone this way. Right. Just so that they pop out at this side. And I think we definitely need something else down here. So we'll just pop up a couple of these little ones. And I think one would be enough. Oops. Oops. Sorry, guys. Let's have a couple under there. And we'll have another couple. Oh, over here. Boy, I tell you, that mini just fits on there. Look at that. Okay, so we'll pop these ones down here, underneath here. We'll have them coming out like that. I've got a couple more of these. I might put just a bit of a glue dot underneath there and have it coming out there. What do you think? Let's get a glue dot happening. I'm going to pop them into the glue dot just like this. And they look like they're just paper. The stems might be paper. And it looks like it's been dipped in something to give it that sort of solid appearance. I thought they were really fun. Yeah. Okay, let's try that now. See how much I can bugger this up. Okay, I think I'm going to put them, should they come out this side or this side? This side, I think. So I'm just going to lift this up a bit and poke those in there. Poke them in there a bit, like that. And then just capture them in there. And now we've got this beautiful thing happening. I'm going to glue this onto the front of the card. Oh, I love it. I really do. Okay, so we've got a bit of texture here, so you want to make sure that you are using enough glue. Oh, good grief. And that's going straight onto the card front. We've got a little bit of a border there. And now, where are my beautiful gems? Where did I put them? Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Stop looking. So I'm going to pick up the Shy Shamrock, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up the Shy Shamrock because it's a sort of a lesser colour. So, yep, let's have a look here. Let's put one there. Oh, let's turn it up the right way. My goodness me. Hang on. Hang on. Right. And pop that one there like that. Now, where have they put them? Okay, they've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they must be in the peach pie. But I want the Shy Shamrock. So I'm going to put a big one up here and a small one next to it. Just over there. I've got one on there, and I think I need a couple down here just to keep the eye moving around the card. So we'll pop him there like that, and this one like that. And that is that. Now, if you wanted to stamp inside the card, of course you can. Let's have a look what sentiments we have. We've got some beautiful sentiments. Faith is being sure of what we cannot see. Oh, that's crooked. I think with sympathy. I think that's possibly... maybe you're a true blessing. What about that one? You are a true blessing. Let me see if I can find it. You are a true... oh, what does it look like? You are a true blessing. Oh my gosh. You are a true blessing. There it is there. And I would put that on the block and give that a bit of a roughening up, because I haven't used it before. And give it a good practice go. Okay. Upside down, Miss Jane. Upside down, Miss Jane. Now, I've got a couple of these little tiny little flowers here, so let's say we put that like that, and then we add some of these little flowers to the inside of the card. This is kind of almost on the fly, so a little tiny bit of glue for these. Where's my take your pick? So let's have one there, just a tiny little bit of glue, and another one there. Look at that. Of course you can decorate it any way you like, but I wonder if that's fairly close to the catalogue. Hey, let me know what you think about that. Okay, of course I tweaked it. I'm really, really happy with these little things. I don't even know what you call them. Stamens. They just add something, a bit of a je ne sais quoi, dare I say, badly in French. But yeah, isn't that a lovely card? Now, I think this has been so long. I'm not going to talk about any of the Australian natives today. I'm sorry if you were looking forward to that. But I will bring your attention to my nephew, Duncan. And there he is. Looks like he's giving a tiny little paddy melon or a possum a kiss. They've devoted their lives to our Australian wildlife, and they are desperately in need of donations. They rely on donations and volunteers. So if you'd care to donate, you can go here. I will put a link in the description. All of the details will be in the description as well. So you can go and have a look at the new catalogue there. You can shop. You can join. You can join that fantastic joining offer, or you can email me and ask me any questions. Please give this a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm happy if you want to share this video with your friends or family. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's card. There it is. It's got the Jill Lancet Tweakage attached to it. But doesn't that just set that off, that glimmer paper there? Absolutely gorgeous. Too bad it wasn't straight, but pff, you know, it's a handmade card. If somebody told me that was crooked after I'd given it to them, I might well snatch it back off them. But anyway, so there you go. Let me know what you think, please. I'd appreciate your thoughts on that. Tell me what you think about the new sections in the catalogue and the new section Shop Buy on the website. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. It's coming up shortly, and I'll see you guys all on Sunday night. Bye for now. Bye.